Yes, thanks for staying with us on the Sports Show. Time to work out how to raise some money for your club. Always a problem, regardless whether it's basketball, footy, hockey, tennis, it doesn't matter. How do we support our kids without having to continue to reach our hand into our pocket? A man that may have found the answer. Craig Gilbert. Craig, how are you, mate?
Very well, Phil.
All right, president of the Woodville Basketball Club, mate. Is that how it started for you, working out how to raise money for the club?
It was, as at our home St Clair, we don't have that bar or canteen, so we have to do that traditional fundraising. So chocolate drives, barbecues, club raffles, and again, very laborious to try and get volunteers to do that sort of work, and it's always the same volunteers doing the heavy lifting. Now, a lot of that's because people are time poor these days. Some members are just lazy, they don't want to get involved. So the challenge was to try and find a product that everyone could get behind. And yeah, it took a little while to investigate and find out, but we found a product or products that every member needed. And discussing with a friend, Steve Roberts, he suggested utilities, because everyone needs energy and gas on at home, everyone needs insurance and super. So knowing that retailers, the big Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 retailers will pay for new customers. In fact, that's what marketing is. It's paying, getting behind and getting new customers. So knowing that there are retailers out there who will pay for new customers, and they've got offers that would, good market offers that members wouldn't know. To prove the concept, I had to, find the product.
Okay, so let's say you found the product, let's say electricity. We'll use them for example. Now you're going to set up a club, let's call it a booster program for a good term. How are you going to try and marry those up?
Well, actually the concept or initiative is called Club Booster. So what we had to do was pilot it at Woodville. So at my basketball club, we had an energy retailer that had a really good offer. It was the same offer you could get on their website, but it was excellent. And for every connection, the member received, or the club received, $100 for electricity and $25 for gas. So personally, I went around to the members. I didn't really push it that hard, but I spoke to my under 10 Division 3 boys team that I was coaching and some board members and said, hey, again, it's a very topical conversation. It's, how's the kids going at school? How's basketball going? Geez, electricity
bill.
Yeah. So, it's a very easy conversation to have. So just gas bagging on the sidelines and saying, hey, we've got a really good market offer for Woodville members and to save energy at home and gas. And every time if you connect, and you'd only connect if you'd save money, but if you connect, the club gets, a dual offering $125.
Okay, so that's the key word that you use there, because some people listening, they're going, okay, so I can get onto this, but it's going to cost me money. I'm going to have to pay extra for my electricity because the club gets a hit back. It's not that at all. It's because you've got a volume that you can actually get a deal for them and a deal for the club. So it's a win-win for both parties.
Well, it is a win-win because this is fundraising without having to put money in your pocket or going out and selling a raffle ticket to the same members you're trying to raise money for. So it is, saving money. And what I did with my pilot that it went for 6 weeks, the club members made $2,500 towards the club. But combined savings for those members was $13,500 for the next 12 months.
Okay.
So they had a big win at home.
Yeah.
And $2.5 grand is, a significant amount of money.
Okay, so you've had the pilot.
Yes.
What happens after the pilot?
Well, after the pilot, we proved the pilot. And what we're doing now is going around to clubs and associations in South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland. As what we need to do is aggregate clubs and their members and create that buying power so that we can go to a big retailer and go, hey, we have 1,000 clubs and 500 members, there's 500,000 members. Give us a great offer and the club will put that offer in front of members. But hey, that's going to be a good offer, and every time they connect, the club has to get money.
Okay. If I'm sitting at home, I'm listening and going, okay, this sounds pretty good. What's the catch? It's got to be a catch. Craig's making a lot of money. Clubs are making a lot. Doesn't seem there's none of that. So, you know, because we hear a pyramid scheme comes to mind. Most people go, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? There is no catch other than you're going to help the club and you're going to save money.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, probably most clubs maybe have a sponsor that, hey, you buy from us, we'll give you a rebate. Well, it's the same concept, but we're making it, you know, really big and getting as many clubs on board so that we can leverage and have that buying power for the best offer.
So is it available just for club members? What if I'm not a member of a club and I want to get involved? Can you do that?
Well, this is, I guess, the beauty of it is that the offer that we had, and it didn't save money for every member, but probably 7 out of 10 members saved money.
Yeah.
On average, it was about $400 a year, so it's a significant saving. But we had one member, she was on the board, Sally, and she saved, you know, at home, and she made $125 for the club. Then she went out and spoke to her boss and her neighbour and her neighbour's neighbour, and so she made $450 for the club and saved her friends and boss money at home.
Okay. So then the tricky part for you, obviously the hardest part is word of mouth, is getting people to understand it. How do you reach the clubs? I mean, obviously you're at Woodville, works for them. Now you want to go to Noarlunga, or you want to go to an SANFL club. Is that just legwork for you, and is a process of I've got to sit with the general manager, then I've got to get to the board, and then finally we get to the members?
Well, it is. It is right now. It's a bit of legwork. You know, it's ringing up clubs and presidents and associations. But what we have is an information pack that we can send to the clubs and associations, and they can get an understanding on how easy it is. And just getting the clubs to pre-register is all they need to do. And once they've pre-registered, and will launch in 2018, all the member has to do is sort of, again, register, log in, arrange a time, the best time that'll suit them, the most convenient time at home, have your energy bill there, and an Australian call centre will call you and go through your bill.
Okay. How do you pre-register?
We just got to go online to clubbooster.com.au.
Just go to clubbooster.com.au,
yeah,
and then you're in line.
But it's important that you know, being a board member or as a president of a club, any sort of fundraising initiative has to be okayed by the board. So the board have to set the fundraising targets and also where the money's going to.
Yes.
So that, you know, the club members go, hey, this is going to a really good cause. I'm really going to push this and help it. You know, just like you would, you know, a chocolate raffle. You know, where's the money going towards? Well, it's going towards the Sinclair Carnival fees. Oh, fantastic. So actually with our pilot, what we decided, and this was a board decision, of course, was, hey, the money goes off those players' fees, those junior kids' fees.
Okay.
So, you know, basketball's a fairly expensive sport. It's, you know, it could be $600 a year. And certainly Sally, you know, she's got 2 kids playing, $450 off her fees was significant.
Yes.
Now, not everyone wants it, you know, it really depends on where that board needs that money, where the club needs the money. It could be for, equipment or coaching accreditation. It could be, you know, it'd be great to, you know, to pay for a sports admin person or, you know, to work during the day for them. So, you know, clubs need money.
They need money. What I'm finding amazing is it's such a simple idea, and there's a lot of work. I'm not down. No, put a massive amount of work.
It's a simple idea.
Sometimes when you have a simple idea, people struggle to believe that it can actually work.
Yeah.
What do you reckon's been the biggest hurdle so far when you talk to people saying, "This is really simple"?
Well, the response is just overwhelmingly positive. You know, when you talk to presidents and secretaries and club members, they go, "Yeah, that makes a lot of sense." You know. It is, you know, there are companies out there that will pay a lot of money for a good customer, and they will, you know, and there's a deal there. If it's not going to save you money, then don't swap, but they will pay for you to connect with them. Well, that money can go to the club.
Yeah, well, it's a really good concept. It's called Club Booster.
Clubbooster.com.au.
If you want to register, clubbooster.com.au. Well done, Craig. I think there's a lot of clubs that need to get involved in that. I'm a parent, I'm trying to find ways where my kids were playing. I know yours do too, and you get tired of at the Bunnings sausage sizzle or Lamingtons or whatever it may be. So this is a great opportunity to get involved into something that can save you money and help your club as well. Stay with us. Still plenty to come on the show.